Vaccines can feel mysterious. A tiny drop of liquid goes into your arm, and suddenly your body can fight diseases it has never even seen before. How does that happen? How can your immune system learn in advance, prepare in advance, and remember for years afterward? Today, we're going to explain vaccines and immunity the simplest way possible through clear ideas, everyday logic, and a story that makes everything finally make sense. No jargon, no complicated biology. Just the plain truth about how your body protects itself and how vaccines give that system a safe head start. Imagine your body as a huge, bustling city. Millions of citizens living their daily lives, roads full of activity factories working nonstop. And just like any city, yours needs protection. From small threats, big threats, familiar threats, and new ones. That protection comes from your immune system, one of the most sophisticated defense networks in the universe. But how does this system actually work? And how can a tiny injection, something smaller than a raindrop, teach your body to fight diseases before you ever encounter them? Today, we're going to break down immunity and vaccines in the simplest possible way. No jargon, no complicated biology. Just clear ideas and everyday logic that finally make the whole thing make sense. Let's begin with the immune system itself. Think of your body as a city and your immune system as its security force. Some members of the force are guards standing at the gates, checking everything that enters. Others roam the streets looking for trouble. Some act like detectives studying every suspicious visitor. And then there are the elite special forces, highly trained units that can recognize, track, and eliminate threats with precision. These threats are called pathogens, viruses, bacteria, and other microscopic invaders that want to use your body as a home. Every pathogen has a unique signature on its surface, almost like a face. Your immune system's job is to recognize that face and attack the invader before it causes serious harm. Your immune system protects you using two main layers. The first is called innate immunity. It's fast, general, and responds to anything that looks dangerous. Think of it like a city wall or a group of guards who don't care who the intruder is, they just chase it away as quickly as possible. The second layer is adaptive immunity. This one is slower at first, but far smarter. It learns, it remembers, it adapts. When a new threat appears, this system studies the invader, creates weapons specifically designed for it, and then stores the information for the future. Once adaptive immunity recognizes an invader, it can destroy it incredibly fast the next time it appears. And this memory is one of the most powerful ideas in biology. If your body has fought a disease once, it's much easier to defeat it the second time. That's why most people who get chickenpox don't get it twice. Your immune system remembers the face of the virus and reacts quickly the next time. But fighting a disease for the first time can be dangerous. Some illnesses are mild, but others can cause serious damage before your immune system learns how to fight them. This raises a question. Is there a way for your immune system to learn without going through the danger of the real disease? Yes, that's exactly what vaccines do. A vaccine is like a training program. It shows your immune system a safe version of a pathogen, a version that cannot actually make you sick, so your body can learn to recognize it and defend against it in the future. Let's break this down. Imagine a police academy teaching recruits how to identify criminals. Instead of letting real criminals loose in the city, the instructors show photos, videos, or models of what the criminals look like. When the real thing shows up later, the officers instantly recognize them and take action. Vaccines do the same thing, but inside your body. But what exactly goes into a vaccine? There are several types, and they all aim to safely teach your immune system the face of a pathogen. The first type is inactivated vaccines. These contain viruses or bacteria that have been killed or deactivated. They cannot cause the disease because they're essentially dead, but their outer structure is still recognizable to the immune system. It's like handing your body a mugshot, a perfectly safe image of the invader. The second type is live attenuated vaccines. These contain very weak versions of the pathogen. They're so weak they can't cause illness in healthy people, but they're strong enough to trigger a powerful immune response. It's like training with an extremely weak opponent you still learn, but you're never in real danger. The third type is subunit vaccines. These use only small pieces of a pathogen, often a protein from its surface. Imagine showing your immune system just the criminal's logo instead of their whole body. It's enough to learn from without exposing you to the entire organism. And then we have mRNA vaccines, which many people heard about recently. These don't contain the pathogen at all. Instead, they carry instructions that tell your own cells to produce a harmless fragment of the pathogen's surface, the same fragment your immune system needs to recognize. Once your cells make this fragment, your immune system learns from it and prepares defenses. People sometimes misunderstand mRNA vaccines, so here's the simple truth. mRNA is temporary. It never touches your DNA. It works for a short time, teaches your immune system, and then disappears. It's like receiving a short-lived text message with instructions. Once the message is read, it deletes itself. But no matter which type of vaccine you're talking about, the goal is the same: safely show your immune system a threat so it can prepare in advance. Now let's talk about antibodies, the weapons your immune system makes once it learns what a pathogen looks like. Antibodies are like tiny detectives that patrol your bloodstream. Each one has a unique shape that matches one specific pathogen. If a virus tries to enter your cells, antibodies attach to it, block it, mark it, and call for reinforcements. They can stop an infection before it even starts. And the more your immune system practices, either through a real infection or a vaccine, the more efficiently antibodies respond. But antibodies aren't the entire story. Some of the most important players are memory cells. These are troops that stay in your body for years, sometimes a lifetime. They remember the signature of a pathogen and allow your immune system to react quickly if it ever sees it again. This leads to one of the most important benefits of vaccination herd immunity. Imagine a row of people standing side by side. If only one of them has immunity, a virus can easily move from person to person, causing widespread infection. But if most people in the row have immunity because of vaccines, the virus hits a wall. It can't move freely. Outbreaks fade quickly. Vulnerable people who can't receive vaccines are protected because the virus can't reach them. Herd immunity isn't magic. It's simply the effect of reducing the virus's ability to spread by making most people resistant. You might be wondering, why do some vaccines require boosters? Because immune memory can fade. Just like studying for an exam, if you don't review the material once in a while, you forget some of it. A booster shot reminds your immune system what the threat looks like. It refreshes memory cells, strengthens antibodies, and updates your body's defenses. Another question people ask is, why not just get the real infection and let natural immunity take over? The answer is simple. The real infection can be dangerous. When you get a disease naturally, you're exposing yourself to all the risks: fever, organ damage, long-lasting symptoms, and even death. Vaccines teach the same lesson, but without the danger. It's like learning to swim in a shallow pool instead of being thrown into the ocean. Let's fast forward to something important: misinformation. A lot of myths surround vaccines, so let's address 3 of the most common ones clearly. First, vaccines do not change your DNA. Nothing in a vaccine enters the nucleus where your genetic material is stored. They teach your immune system and then disappear. Second, vaccines cannot give you the disease they're protecting against. The forms used are weakened dead or partial. They simply don't have the ability to replicate the way real pathogens do. Third, vaccines are not new or experimental. The first vaccine was developed more than 200 years ago and wiped out smallpox, one of the deadliest diseases in human history. Vaccines have saved hundreds of millions of lives and remain one of the most successful tools humans have ever created. Let's tie everything together with a simple analogy. Imagine your immune system is a school. Pathogens represent complex final exams. Facing the real exam without studying is risky. But vaccines are like receiving practice tests that show you exactly what the exam will look like. When the real test arrives, your immune system already knows the answers. Vaccines aren't about tricking your body. They're about teaching your body. They prepare your immune system for a threat before it happens, so you stay healthy and protected. And once you understand how vaccines work, the entire concept becomes incredibly intuitive. They don't override your immune system. They don't bypass it. They empower it. They activate its natural ability to learn, adapt, and remember. At the end of the day, immunity isn't magic, it's practice. And vaccines are one of the safest, most effective ways to give your immune system that practice. Your body is extraordinary. It's constantly watching, analyzing, learning, and defending you without you noticing. Vaccines simply give that system a head start, a chance to train in peace instead of in danger. That's how immunity works. That's how vaccines protect you. And that's why they're one of the most powerful tools in medicine. Your immune system is one of the most remarkable systems in nature, constantly learning, adapting, remembering, and defending you without pause. Vaccines don't replace that system or override it. They strengthen it. They train it. They let your immune system practice in safety instead of in danger. When you understand how this process works, you realize that vaccines are simply a smarter, safer way to help your body do what it already does, best protect you. If you enjoyed this simple breakdown and want more clear story-driven explanations of how the world works, feel free to subscribe and join us for the next video. Until then, stay curious. Your body has an incredible story, and vaccines are one small but powerful chapter within it.